Happy Homebrew Wednesday, as S.J. Poor would say, Wednesday. I was going to keg my Kolsch tonight, and I thought I'd just bring you guys along to watch my setup. If you can stand to look at the mess, we'll go through this. So, at any rate, you've probably seen it all before, but your first step is, for me, is sanitizing the keg. I usually clean the kegs like right after they're used. I clean them all out, run HBW through it and everything, rinse them, and then close them up so that they're ready to go for the next time. So the only thing that I've done is put a little star sand in this keg. So as you know, you gotta do the shimmy shimmy shake to get it all sanitized. I just think it's easier right after an empty keg, unless it's like, you know, sometime when everyone's over drinking beer, you don't feel like or cleaning your keg out. But I try to do it like right when the keg empties, to rinse it all out, clean it. That way, it's all I have to do when I'm ready to keg again is just sanitize it. So I think that's good. On to the next step. So the next thing is we'll take a gravity reading. It's just for my own use, so I can see how much alcohol is in it. So we'll take a sample. So what I do is, because I do all this in the basement usually, and you just never know how dusty it is in the basement. And so I don't want all that to go inside the beer once I'm taking my gravity reading. So I just take a piece of paper towel, good paper towel. I like Viva because it seems to be pretty tough and put together. And I soak it. I have a tray back here with my wine thief and some hoses and stuff. And I got star sand inside of it. I just soak that paper towel and a little star sand, and what I do is I take that, and as soon as I take off this airlock, I put this over top of the hole. And it's not meant to be like totally secure, but it's, you know, it's a sanitized piece of paper towel, I guess, over top of there, so if anything is falling, it has to go onto that. And if this does drip in there, it's star sand and it's not water, so it should be okay. Excuse the noise. So, next we'll go ahead and take our reading. And I don't usually use this. I usually just take the gravity reading in here, but I'm going to actually let it sit for a little while I do other stuff. So I'm going to put it in this. So I take that out. I think I might need just a little bit more. Okay. Look at that. That's pretty clear. That looks really good. It smells good. Holy. going to be nice. Be right back. Okay. Grab the old hydrometer. I'm not pouring this back in. I consider it the cost of doing business, you know what I mean? So we'll let that hang out. It's looking though like it's at about 10-12, which is awesome. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and transfer this into the keg. So what I have, just to show you, I have my keg sitting on this pot just to get it up off the floor a little bit. I just didn't want it having to go down that far to drop in there, so I put it on this keg, and I have that on my workbench, so I think that'll work. So then what we gotta do is we gotta take all this star sand out of our keg, and I pour it back into my little tray back here. And that lid is sanitized, so I try not to set it on anything that would be dirty, in theory. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pour this. I got a little bucket down here. I'm going to pour this into that. That way I don't get all the foam and stuff in that tray when I'm trying to and you'll notice that my star sand is cloudy. FYI, my star sand is cloudy like 12 seconds after I make it. So if star sand, or the makers of star sand, say that it's no longer any good once it becomes cloudy, then that's a pretty poor product, because it's cloudy as soon as I make it. So anyway, back to it. Okay, so next what we do, get our tray of goodies here. Can't see that behind there, but I got a wallpaper tray, sort of like if you've ever watched Terpsichorean Kid. It's a little paint tray with star sand in it, or I mean a wallpaper tray with star sand in it. Put all the tools of the trade in there. So then I take it off. Okay, and then I put it in there and I put that paper towel around the top of that, and I get one more. Whoops. Wet it, and I use it for covering the entrance into the keg. So I got one for covering up this area. Once I get the hose in it, not quite yet. So then, let's see if we can't get this all into frame there. I take my hose out of the tray, put it down into the keg, and shove it onto my and there we go. You can see how clear that is, maybe. Or you can see my taxes anyway. I don't know, can you guys see that? So then I take that towel that we talked about and I put it over the keg, entrance to the keg. Just like that. Just to keep some of the dust and stuff from getting in there. So that, it's a paper towel that was soaked in Star Sand again. And I use it. There, you can sort of see how clear that is. That's pretty dang clear. I'm pretty impressed with that. So as that gets draining, I let it drop a little bit, and then I have the brew tubers only. Order now while you still can. The official fermenter tilting apparatus. Exclusively only from brewtubers.com. I use this to give the proper pitch and angle to my fermenter as I'm transferring into my keg. Just like that. See? Perfect. Actually, you'll need this too. This is the official Brewtubers fermenter non-skid pad to keep your fermenter from moving as you're transferring using the tilt apparatus. The two combined, if you send me a PM, I'll sell you this whole kit for $29.99. No problem. Once it gets a little lower, I just tip it a little more. And then eventually what I got to do is I have to pull the take the holder off more or less, because it's in the way more than it is doing any good at that point. But wow, that is clear. Can you see? You can even see the clear, clear, clear. This will be awesome. I'm hoping it tasted pretty dang good when I was transferring. So you saw we're transferring. And I'm going to lose a little bit. I had about 5 1/8, 5 1/4 gallons. So I hope to get 5 out of it total. I'm going to lose some because of and I'm not worried about getting every last drop. I'm worried about it being nice and clear. So if I lose a little bit in the transfer, I'm okay with that. And we're getting closer to the bottom. We'll come back as soon as it's done. Okay, we're all done. Again, my little cover. Stick the hose, and you can see what I have left. And there's a little bit in there. But, oh well, I should actually be cultivating that yeast. But every time I think I'm gonna do it, and it's like I just want to get it all cleaned up and put away, and I don't really feel like getting a bunch of jars and boiled water ready. I should probably think of it ahead of time, but I don't. So there's the end of that. So then so now we have our transferred keg full of good brew and our sanitized lid. We'll stick her on there. There it is, ladies and gents. 1 5-gallon keg full of Kolsch. White Rye Kolsch. Ooh. So then what we do is we bring our 5-gallon keg over to our kegerator, and we got to purge the air out of this keg. So I grab me a CO2 line from the kegerator, attach it to the in nozzle, and then we just pump in a few pounds of air and release it. A few pounds, or CO2, and release it. And what you're doing is you're just purging that oxygen, or the atmosphere, out of the keg and filling it with CO2. So I do this a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. I can hear it fill. Let it go. I think that should be good. So I detach it. And so now, before I even start carbonating it, I just put it in the keg. And let it chill. Because we all know that beer takes carbon dioxide better when it's cold. So I usually stick it in the kegerator for 24 hours or so, just to chill down, and then that way it's cold and it'll take the CO2 better. There's no sense in pouring the CO2 on there before it's even ready to go. So now back to cleaning. So now the next part of this is the cleanup, and I don't think you guys need to watch all of that. So clean, rinse, wash, clean, rinse, wash, rinse. My pot and everything like that. I don't think you guys need to see all that, but oh, maybe you can. Thanks for stopping by, and happy Homebrew Wednesday, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Brew beer, brew good beer. See ya.